Hello and welcome to Kenyon PD's Tip of the Day, where educators get tips, tricks, and ideas that serve, support, and inspire their students. And today we are motivating your students with Pear Deck for Google Slides. This is a great tool that leads to an interactive slideshow for you and your students. I've shown you here a slide that I have in a slideshow asking my audience or my students, what's your takeaway? Circle the features of Pear Deck below. We're going to find out what these answers are in our slideshow by using Pear Deck. After you've installed Pear Deck, you're going to go to the tool up here that says add-ons, and you're going to click Pear Deck and open that add-on. Once you do that, you'll see on the right-hand side over here that you've got a template library, so you can choose from their pre-made templates. You can ask students a question to make your slide interactive. You can add audio to your slide, and you can even download some of their featured content. I do like Google's Be Internet Awesome content, absolutely free. Good stuff for cybersecurity and digital citizenship. So you can add one of these types of slides here. I'm going to add a draw slide. So once I click on that, it is a little bit of work and it adds that interactive question to my slide. You can see down here where it adds it. Now I'm going to start my lesson and I'm going to show you by using another browser. Oh, before I do that, you can choose between self-paced and instructor-paced. Both are great. One is just asynchronous. You don't have to be there with them. And the other is great when you're with them and you want to make sure that they're kind of following along. So I'm going to choose that instructor-paced activity, and I'm going to slide this browser over a little bit and open this browser here as if I were a student. Look how easy it is to join peardeck.com. And then after that, the student will enter this code, RDSCJ, and it gives you some fun stuff to look at. I'm coming back over to look as a teacher. It says, oh, look, there's a student in your class. Go ahead and start. So once I start my class as a teacher, you'll see over here that I have show responses. So if you're on your projector, you might not want to show your responses. You might want to add that to a different monitor screen, or you can even use it on your tablet. You can lock their screens and you can also give them a new prompt. I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm going to click show my responses so that you all can see what it looks like as a student. I'm over here as a student. It starts to say, oh, how are you feeling? I'm feeling great. And I'm going to add my response here. So it jumps in. It says, okay, draw on this slide. Well, I love this idea. You can go thicker or thinner on your pencil. I'm going to go a little thin. I like purple. Pear Deck allows you to make your slides interactive for students who participate in your slideshow. Add peaches and pears? No, but they do help you motivate your online learners because it requires them to interact with content. Look what's happening over here. Immediate feedback for you, the teacher. Your students can see, you can see. It's just a nice interactivity, right? So I'm just going to minimize this for a moment so you can see the rest of the teacher piece. You can also add a new prompt. Oh, you're going to see my kind of messy screen there. And as a student, as a teacher, I can add a prompt here. So I can say, all right, I can add a KWL chart, what do you want to know, what do you want to learn? I can say, write everything you remember from the homework. What do you wonder about today's topic? That's kind of for beginning of class, during class, end of class. We're sort of in the during. So let's go ahead and just add something like drag a dot to how you're feeling. Let's once I add that, it'll immediately add that to my slide. And it's just, you can use any of these. So it's so exciting to be able to just interact with your students at any time. So let's say, for example, I add that. Now that is also here in my student slide. So as you can see, from teacher perspective and student perspective, it is a lot of fun to have an interactive slideshow. So I encourage you to empower your students to become more interactive in your slideshow. Until then, this has been your Canyon PD's Tip of the Day. See you next time.